The Vatican publishes a report on the possibility of a female diaconate. Venezuelan authorities revoke a cardinal's passport to keep him from leaving the country, and parishioners take over the Cathedral Basilica of a Syro-Malabar diocese. All this and more brought to you today by Church Headlines. Hello and welcome to Church Headlines, your regular Catholic news recap. I'm Brother John Frain. Let's dive right in. In a much anticipated release, the Vatican published the conclusions of a multi-year study commission on whether women could be admitted to the Catholic diaconate as a degree of the Sacrament of Holy Orders. The report, delivered to Pope Leo XIV and made public in early December, affirms that current biblical, historical, and theological research does not support ordaining women as sacramental deacons at this time. Though the commission explicitly notes its judgment is not definitive and leaves room for future study. While recognizing that early Christian communities used terms like diaconisa, the document says those references do not clearly equate to today's ordained diaconate, underscoring ongoing questions about the unity of holy orders and leaving the door open for continued theological work. Pope Leo XIV has annulled a Vatican fundraising commission established near the end of Pope Francis's pontificate, marking what many observers call a second sign of a shift from the previous pope's financial strategy. The office in question had been tasked with boosting contributions to the Holy See, and was controversial from the outset. In revoking it, Leo signaled a shift toward restructuring the Vatican's financial architecture, a move that aligns with his broader agenda of fiscal and administrative reform. A year after its grand reopening following the devastating 2019 blaze, Notre-Dame Cathedral in Paris has emerged as the city's most visited attraction, surpassing even the famed Louvre Museum. Reports indicate the Gothic landmark has welcomed more than 11 million visitors over the past 12 months, figures that exceed pre-fire tourism and eclipse the Louvre's recent annual attendance, underscoring not only the spiritual pull of the cathedral, but its cultural and heritage appeal as well. A recent poll conducted in France suggests an apparent revival of the sacrament of confession among regular massgoers. According to the survey, roughly half of weekly mass attendees report frequenting the confessional, while a notable share of those attending at least once a month also participate, challenging narratives of constant decline in sacramental practice. Analysts note that while the broader Catholic population remains a minority in France, those who remain active appear deeply committed to traditional devotional life, including the sacrament of reconciliation. Friends, we'd be really interested in knowing what you think about this week's stories. Don't hesitate to take a few moments to write something down in the comments section. Tensions within the Syro-Malabar Catholic Church in India flared once again as a group of around 200 parishioners occupied St. Mary's Cathedral Basilica in Ernakulam to press for a uniform mode of Holy Mass. The protest came shortly after public Eucharistic liturgies had resumed at the Basilica after years of disruption tied to the long-running liturgical dispute in the Arch-Eparchy over what direction the priest should face while celebrating Mass. Supporters of the One Church, One Kurbana movement, who favored the celebration of the Mass ad orientem, entered and locked the doors, calling for the celebration of the Mass in accordance with their interpretation of church norms, even as police monitored the scene. Venezuelan government authorities revoked the passport of a senior Catholic cardinal, Baltasar Porras, and prevented him from leaving the country for scheduled engagement abroad, drawing international attention to ongoing church-state tensions. The incident marks another chapter in the fraught relationship between the dictatorship and the Catholic hierarchy, raising concerns about religious freedom and the treatment of prelates under political pressure. The Vatican has drawn unexpected attention by hiring Hollywood actor Chris Pratt for an upcoming documentary project to mark the 400th anniversary of the completion of St. Peter's Basilica. Pratt is known for being very open about his Christian faith, and while he is not Catholic, he describes his involvement in the project as an extraordinary privilege. According to reports, the move reflects an effort by the Holy See to engage broader audiences through cultural and media initiatives, blending Hollywood's star power with storytelling about faith, life, and spirituality. And that wraps up today's edition of Church Headlines. Thanks for joining us, and God bless.